This is a stimulus update and daily news report. I'll give you the latest updates regarding the fourth stimulus check, increase in Social Security, first-time homebuyers credit, and especially the infrastructure package and American Families Plan reconciliation bill. But most importantly, the timeline of when we could expect the arrival of those big packages, and I'll give you some other important updates along the way. Hope you're having a great day. If you appreciate these fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below. And if you're curious where I'm at, I'll let you know at the end of the video. But first, the White House faces calls to embrace vaccine passports. So basically, a vaccine passport means it's a way to show proof that you've been vaccinated in order to get into any building, activity, or event. So health experts are calling on the Biden administration to do more to encourage and promote the use of vaccine mandates and passports. So far, vaccine passports are rolling out in New York, California, Hawaii. Many other states have banned vaccine passports. Where the White House stands with vaccine passports, basically they're saying they're not going to do anything on a federal level for vaccine passports, but it's up to states and businesses to take action if they want. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Are vaccine passports a good idea, bad idea? Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments below. Next, let's talk about this darn infrastructure drama. So President Biden flipped, then he flopped, then he flipped again, and it looks like after doing some damage control over the weekend, Republican senators say bipartisan infrastructure deal can move forward after Biden clarifies position. So over the weekend, President Biden put out a long statement, which I read in yesterday's video, clarifying, saying that he's not going to threaten with veto, and basically kind of saying where he's at with the bipartisan bill. And it looks like after clarifying his position, Republicans are back on board with the bipartisan route. Here's a quick video clip of different congressmen and women talking about the infrastructure package moving forward, and then I'll give you the timeline of what's happening with infrastructure, when we could expect it.
President Biden originally said if your compromise plan is the only bill that comes to his desk, quote, I'm not signing it. But then yesterday he issued a lengthy statement saying he supports the deal, and it was certainly not his intent to issue the veto threat.
Well, I do take the president at his word. The president's other agenda was never linked to the infrastructure effort.
It was a surprise, to say the least, that those two got linked. And I'm glad they've now been delinked, and it's very clear that we can move forward with a bipartisan bill.
I am totally confident the president will sign it if it comes to his desk. The real challenge is whether the Democrats can get their act together and get it on his desk.
I think we'll get good support from both sides of the aisle. And I think we'll get far more than 60 votes in the end to get this through the Senate. When we do a reconciliation package, depending on what that package looks like, it certainly could have some additional environmental parts to it.
But that doesn't mean that the president should be limited by Republicans, particularly when we have a House majority, we have 50 Democratic senators, and we have the White House.
Are you sure progressives are going to support your partisan bill if they don't get a guarantee on something bigger also passing?
Well, John, I sure hope so. I hope they just look at the bill. We have two tracks, and that's exactly what I believe is going to happen.
If we can pull this off, I think Mitch will favor it. Now, he didn't like the president throwing the wrench in there, saying, listen, the two are tied together. That's not what we were told. And so, of course, that caused a little bit of a, let's think about this. But I think Mitch McConnell wants infrastructure as much as anyone else.
If he gets the infrastructure bill, he is going to sign the infrastructure bill. No ifs, ands, or buts, no conditions.
This president has had a strategy since the beginning. Rescue plan, jobs plan, family plan. And we expect to do exactly with the jobs plan what we did with the rescue plan, and we'll do the same with the families plan. We're going to sign all three because the country needs them.
But no conditions, one on the other.
Well, we don't have to talk about conditions. We can talk about how important the families plan and the jobs plan are, and we plan to pass them just like we did the rescue plan.
So it looks like Republicans are back on board. Democrats really want to move forward with the bipartisan part of this infrastructure bill, as well as the American Families Plan, which is going to have a lot more social infrastructure, human infrastructure, care infrastructure, stimulus programs, whatever you want to call it, has nothing to do with physical infrastructure. But Republicans say that they're back on board. Here is Rob Portman, Senator Rob Portman, talking about whether or not he trusts President Biden's word about this moving forward.
What's your sense? You've spent a fair amount of time directly talking to the president, to your former Senate colleague, President Biden. Is he negotiating in good faith on this? You saw The Wall Street Journal editorial board say this was a bait and switch. Mitch McConnell say it was head spinning. We've had the clarification. But can you, as you sit down face to face with President Biden, can you trust what he's negotiating with you?
Well, I think there's been good faith on both sides, and you know, it's true that there was a miscommunication there in terms of linking the two, but that was never part of our discussion and never part of the bipartisan group discussion that's been going on for almost 4 months now, and certainly not when the president and his team engaged to negotiate the final aspects of this. So the bottom line is it's a popular bill for all the right reasons. It's the right thing for the country.
With all of these Congress members saying how important it is to do infrastructure, saying it's been decades since we did infrastructure, how it needs to be done, both sides of the aisle both agree on this, but is there any action actually being taken? So let's talk timeline right now. This is the 2021 congressional calendar, basically showing all the days that the House is in session and Senate is in session, both chambers of Congress. So any day that you see in blue is when the House only is in session, red is when only the Senate is in session, and purple is when the House and Senate are in session. So let's look at today, June 28th. Looks like that the Senate is out actually on vacation. They started their vacation on the 25th, and it looks like they're not going to come back until July 12th, which means they're not going to have a vote unless there's an emergency where they call everybody back from all their home states, as far as California, Hawaii, wherever. They have to come back to DC and they have to vote on it. So it looks like, as important as infrastructure is, it may not be a vote until at least July 12th, because that's when the Senate will be back in session, and then the House won't be in session until July 19th. Keep in mind, these Congress members are getting paid $174,000 a year from our tax money, and they're taking all this time off when they say how important it is to pass infrastructure, as well as the Democrats saying they want to do the reconciliation process to pass a lot of those other stimulus programs. So far, it doesn't look like we're going to have a vote anytime soon, but it's really important you know these details because, they keep saying they want to do it right away, but they're out on session. They could have said, we're not going to take our vacation until something is done, but they did not do that. Next, let's talk about the fourth stimulus check. I know a lot of you really care about that, and I want to give you an honest update on that. So the fourth stimulus check isn't dead yet. Here's how it could still happen. So a fourth stimulus check, according to President Biden, he didn't say he was for it. He didn't say he was against it. A lot of Congress members are saying that they want a fourth stimulus check. So far, there's recurring stimulus checks in the mix, but it hasn't gained as much support. So backers of additional stimulus checks are pointing to evidence that previous payments offered crucial relief. A University of Michigan analysis of census data found the last two rounds of stimulus checks resulted in lower rates of financial instability, food shortages, and depression. Bernie Sanders said, "Government can and should continue to address the needs of working people, not just the 1%. So Bernie Sanders, along with 28 other lawmakers, want to make stimulus checks recurring in Biden's infrastructure plan. So far, we don't know the details of the bipartisan infrastructure plan, which is not going to have any stimulus checks in it. We don't know the details of the reconciliation bill, which a lot of lawmakers are trying to get many different stimulus programs in there, including the fourth stimulus check. As of now, we don't know the details of what exactly is going to be in that big reconciliation bill. Another promise that was made by President Biden on his campaign trail, and a lot of lawmakers want as well, is the increased monthly Social Security checks by $200 a month. This is for all Social Security recipients, including SSI, SSDI, SSA, RRB, all of those. There's one proposal in the mix that is just for SSI that'll raise it $279 per month, but in terms of the $200 per month, it's still crickets on that. We haven't heard much updates going on with that. And then also with Social Security, this came out about a few weeks ago. President Biden wants $14 billion for the Social Security Administration. The funding could help customer service. So President Biden wants $14 billion for the administration, for customer service, but not for the actual recipients of Social Security. I think there's a little bit of irony right there, and it's a little bit of a contradiction. that a lot of you may be thinking, why not just put that money towards Social Security recipients? Yeah, so in terms of Social Security, it seems that that's not really moving forward. Another big stimulus program that has been a crowd favorite as well is Biden's first-time homebuyer credit tax credit and how it would work. So a lot of lawmakers have tried to push that into the proposal for the reconciliation bill for the American Families Plan. So if it's your first time buying a home, or you haven't owned a home in the past, you haven't bought a home or owned a home in the past 3 years, you could qualify for either a $15,000 credit or $25,000 credit. So basically, it works in two ways. It could be a way to get a down payment, or it could be a way to get a tax credit when you purchase a home. So those are two options. We still don't know if that's going to be in the reconciliation bill. I'll keep you updated on all of those proposals. I know I haven't spoken about those in a while, and I just wanted to give you an honest update of what is happening. I don't want to lead you on. Next, let's talk about the SNAP COVID Emergency Allotment Guide. So basically, this is what's going on for the month of July. These states are extending the emergency SNAP programs. So it's going to be Alabama, Kentucky, Ohio, Washington, California, Mississippi, South Carolina, Wisconsin, Indiana, New Jersey, Virginia. Not as many as it was in June, but these states so far, the ones I just read, it's going to be, I think, a 15% increase still for COVID as an emergency throughout the month. So that could be good. If you're on the SNAP program already, you should see an increase if you're in one of those states that I just read. And then in terms of state and local rental assistance, still a lot of programs out there. Unfortunately, the money's moving a lot slower. The eviction moratorium has just been extended through the end of July, and that is probably going to be the last extension of the eviction ban. So after July, it looks like there's not going to be another one. At least that's what the CDC said. If you're looking for rental assistance, you could go to nlihc.org and you could look up your state, your county, your city, and you just click through, and then you could apply for the rental assistance program that way. And then for mortgage assistance, there is a new round of distressed, or for people who want mortgage relief, it's around $10 billion. You would have to contact your local housing agency according to your state, and then, or even your county, and then you apply through that for any mortgage assistance. And that is all the stimulus news I have for you today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here is my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell her something that you should do. But when you want to do something and you want to do a goal, then believe in yourself. Like if you want to ride a bicycle, drive a car, or do anything that you want to do, you have to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself with your mind. Or if you don't believe in yourself, you won't get it right. So, and also there's something else I wanted to tell you. You have to believe your dreams in order for your dreams to come true. And that's all the suggestion that I wanted to say. Bye!
Next, I'll let you know exactly where I am, what's going on, why I'm filming with this backdrop. But first, I want to give a shout out to my mentee, Liam. It's a young guy who I'm helping out with his YouTube career. His YouTube channel is Blitz Boss Gaming. I'll leave a link to that down in the description below. Really cool gaming videos. If you want to show him some support, maybe like a couple of his videos, subscribe to his channel. I think it would light up his day. I'm sure he would love it. Also, if you want to know where I am, so currently we are in Wilmington, North Carolina. It's my daughter's birthday. My 2-year-old daughter Kalea is turning 3 July 1st, and rather than spend a lot of money on a party with food where it's just about 2 hours, we figured we could take that same money, stretch it out for 2 days. So we found the cheapest hotel. We're kind of by the beach, so we're just going to the beach, hanging out, and we're just having good family quality time. I would show you the room, but it's kind of a mess right now. We have a bunch of food. This way we could save money from eating out. We're very, very frugal, if you could tell, especially when it comes to travel. But anyways, I'll in the next few videos, I'll share some videos and pictures of what we're doing. Anyways, if you want to check out any of my other stimulus updates, you could click this link down over here. Or if you want to check out any of my other channels, click this link up here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.